Hello everyone, welcome to Career Launcher, and today we are going to talk about IPMAT 2026 Quant, and we are going to talk about previous year questions 2020. Okay, so let me ask first: Am I audible? Am I visible to everyone? So if yes, then let me continue. Okay. So now let's start what kind of questions we got in year 2021. Now let's start the first session, the first question. So basically what does it say is in a football tournament, 6 students A, B, C, D, E, F participated. Every pair had exactly one match among them. For any team, a win fetches 2 points, draw fetches 1 point, and loss fetches no point. Both the teams E and F ended with less than 5 points. So basically, this is the information that is given to us, and some table is given to us. Okay. Now, the first thing, what we are going to do and what we are going to conclude from the information that is given to us, I'm going to go for it. Okay. So whenever there are going to be some teams, Aprajito, these kind of questions you can see definitely everything is going to be eventually relevant to the exam. Fine. So if you want, you should attend. So if there are n teams in any tournament and every team is playing against every team, what is the total number of matches we are talking about? That is going to be n into n minus 1 divided by 2. That is total number of matches if every team is playing against every team. So there are 6 teams and every team is playing against every team once. So what is the total number of matches that are going to happen? That is going to be 6 into 5 divided by 2, or I would say 15 matches. So this is the first conclusion that you should have. So total number of matches are 15. Now every match has two possibilities. It is going to be either win or lose. So winner gets 2, loser gets 0, or it can be drawn. So both teams are drawing and both the teams are getting 1 point. So in win-loss scenario, what are the total points awarded in the match? That is 2. In case of draw, what are the total points awarded in the match? That is 2. So if there are 15 points, what are the total number of points distributed in the tournament? And that is going to be 30 points. And that's what we have. So basically, the total summation of all the points that we are looking for should be 30. So, yes, story. Okay, the first of all, there are 6 teams. Every team is playing against every team. So this kind of tournament is called as a round robin tournament. So this kind of tournament is going to be called as a round robin tournament. In round robin tournament, generally total number of matches are given by n into n minus 1 divided by 2 if every team is playing against every team only once. So I got total number of points are 15, and in every match the number of points that are being awarded are 2. So total number of points awarded in 15 matches is going to be 30. Okay, so are we clear till this point? Yes or no? हाँ ना. So let's move on to the next page. So यहाँ पे whenever you get these kind of questions, जहाँ पे round robin की बात हो रही है, every team is playing against every team, always remember the table that we make generally should always look like this. So that is going to be A, B, C, D, E, F, sorry, A, B, C, D, E, F. So this kind of table we tend to make. ठीक है, ये वाली जो टेबल है, I am talking about this table. Now, we have some information, and what is the information that is given to us, और इससे हमें काम करना है. ठीक है. So total number of points we already figured out. What are the total number of points we are talking about? We are talking about total number of points are 30. Out of 38 plus 6, 14 plus 10 24. So summation of these two is going to be how much? Summation of these two should be 6. ठीक है, अब इन दोनों का बाइफर्केशन 6 है. ठीक, now I need to distribute 6 points to two teams, and I think this says the second last line says both the teams E and F ended up with less than 5 points. दोनों के 5 से कम पॉइंट है. एक के 4 हो सकते हैं, एक के 5 हो सकते, सॉरी 5 तो हो ही नहीं सकते, एक के 4 हो सकते हैं, एक के 3 हो सकते हैं, एक के जो भी हो सकते हैं. ठीक है, now I need to figure things out. ठीक है, let's start with A. A played total 5 matches. ए के 0 लॉसेस है, ए के टोटल 8 पॉइंट है. ठीक है, 8 पॉइंट का मतलब आई वुड से कि 3 विन से 6 पॉइंट आएंगे, 2 ड्रॉ से 2 पॉइंट आएंगे, मींस ए इज लुकिंग फॉर 3 विंस एंड 2 ड्रॉस. ठीक है, बी ऑलरेडी हैड 2 लॉसेस, 6 पॉइंट है, 6 पॉइंट के लिए 3 विन, 3 + 2 5, इट मींस 0 ड्रॉस. ठीक है, लेट्स लुक फॉर सी. सी को 3 मैच में 5 पॉइंट चाहिए क्योंकि 2 तो लूज हो गए. सो 3 मैच में 5 पॉइंट कैसे आ सकते हैं? 2 विन 1 लॉस. 4 मैच से 5 पॉइंट कैसे आ सकते हैं? 1 विन 3 ड्रॉ. मेक सेंस टिल दिस पॉइंट? नाउ ई के मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ पॉइंट्स कितने हो सकते हैं? ई के देखो, बोथ आर गेटिंग लेस देन 5 पॉइंट्स, right? So maximum number of points E can have is 4. ठीक है, मैक्सिमम पॉइंट्स. ठीक है, अब E के मिनिमम पॉइंट्स कितने हो सकते हैं? हाउ मेनी लॉसेस E हैव? 1. मिनिमम पॉइंट्स, सो फ्रॉम 4 मैचेस व्हाट इज द मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ पॉइंट्स E कैन हैव? 4. सारे के सारे ड्रॉ हो गए. अगर विन होंगे तो पॉइंट्स बढ़ जाएंगे. इसका मतलब मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ पॉइंट्स आर 4. मैक्सिमम भी 4 है, मिनिमम भी 4 है, इसका मतलब ई मस्ट हैव गॉट 4 पॉइंट्स, तो इसके 2 पॉइंट. ठीक है, सो इसके ई की नंबर ऑफ विंस कितनी आएंगी? 0. अब हमें इतना पता है अभी तक. इसके आगे हमें कंक्लूड करना है कि एफ के 2 पॉइंट कैसे आ रहे हैं. 2 पॉइंट आ सकते हैं 1 विन 2 ड्रॉ से आ सकते हैं. ठीक है, सॉरी 1 विन 0 ड्रॉ से आ सकते हैं, 0 विन 2 ड्रॉ से आ सकते हैं. सो फॉर एफ आई गॉट 2 पॉसिबिलिटीज. ठीक है, अब स्टार्ट करते हैं. ठीक है, सो एनीवन हैज एनी डाउट टिल दिस पॉइंट कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या सोच रहे हैं अभी तक? टिल दिस पॉइंट वी आर क्लियर, वी आर कंफर्टेबल? So now what I am going to do, from which point I am going to start? I am going to see E had 4 draws. E had 4 draws. ठीक है, E cannot have draw against B क्योंकि B का तो कोई ड्रॉ ही नहीं है. ठीक है, apart from B how many draws E can have? 1 2 3 4, and E is having 4 draws. इसका मतलब इसका ड्रॉ हो गया, ये भी ड्रॉ हो गया, ये भी ड्रॉ हो गया और ये भी ड्रॉ. So E got 4 draws except B. E के 4 ड्रॉ सेटल. ठीक, तो E के 4 ड्रॉ खत्म. C का जो 1 ड्रॉ होना था वो भी हो गया. अब C का किसी के साथ ड्रॉ नहीं हो सकता. ठीक है, सो यहां तक आ गया. इसका मतलब E और F का कम से कम 1 ड्रॉ तो हुआ है. अगर ड्रॉ हुआ है तो यहाँ पे 2 ड्रॉ होने चाहिए, यहाँ पे 0 होना चाहिए और यहाँ पे 3 लॉसेस होने चाहिए. सो बेसिकली F का भी पूरा हिसाब किताब जो था वो अपना आ गया. ठीक है, अब इसके आगे आते हैं. ई का हो गया, अब आते हैं डी पे. डी के कितने ड्रॉज हैं? 3 ड्रॉज हैं. ई डी का बी के साथ तो हो नहीं सकता. ठीक है, डी और बी का ड्रॉ नहीं हो सकता. डी और सी का ड्रॉ नहीं हो सकता क्योंकि सी का 1 ड्रॉ होना था, हो गया. तो बाकी बचा डी का ड्रॉ किसके साथ होगा? ए के साथ होगा और एफ के साथ होगा. सो डी गॉट 2 ड्रॉज, ए एंड एफ. अब डी के 3 ड्रॉज भी हो गए. यहाँ पे डी के जो 3 ड्रॉ करने थे वो भी अपने हो गए. तो डी के 3 ड्रॉ हो गए. ठीक, ए के 2 ड्रॉ होने थे, ए के 2 ड्रॉ हो गए, तो ए के 2 ड्रॉ हो गए. ठीक है, एफ के 2 ड्रॉ होने थे वो भी हो गए. अब ए के 3 विन है, सो 3 विन किस किस के साथ होंगे? बी सी एंड एफ. बी ए से लूज किया, सी ए से लूज किया और एफ ए से लूज किया. ये अपना ए का सेटल हो गया पूरा. ए सेटल हो गया और कौन बचा, ई बचा। ई का भी सेटल ही हो जाएगा क्योंकि ई का एक लूज है तो किसके अगेंस्ट लूज होगा, वो बी के अगेंस्ट लूज होगा। सो ए ई लॉस्ट अगेंस्ट बी एंड बी वन अगेंस्ट ई, सो दिस शुड बी विन। ठीक है, ये अपना बी भी आ गया, सॉरी ई अपना कंप्लीट हो गया और ए भी कंप्लीट हो गया। अब इसके आगे हम देखते हैं कि क्या क्या गिवन है, कुछ और निकाल सकते हैं क्या। एफ के हमें तीन लॉसेस चाहिए, तो एफ के तीन लॉस भी आ गए, बी के अगेंस्ट और सी के अगेंस्ट। सो इसका मतलब बी इज विनिंग अगेंस्ट एफ एंड दिस सी इज ऑल्सो विनिंग अगेंस्ट एफ। ठीक है, सो एफ का भी पूरा कंप्लीट हो गया। सो एफ, दिस थ्री आर डन। नाउ ड्रॉज आर कंप्लीटली डन। बी की विन निकालनी है, लूज निकालनी है, सी का विन और लूज निकालने हैं, डी का हमको एक लॉस निकालना है, वो किसके अगेंस्ट है वो हमें नहीं पता, वो भी निकालना पड़ेगा। अब आगे देखते हैं। ठीक है, अब ओके, so I made a mistake over here that I did not read the one point, and that was very important point. And what was that point? That point was B defeated C and C defeated D. So B ने C को डिफीट किया और C ने D को डिफीट किया। ठीक है, so B is winning against C. So B is winning against C. C is losing against B. C is winning against D. D is losing against C. ठीक है, so D had one loss that I got. So D must be winning against B. B must be losing against D. Now my table is complete. I know who won, who lost, and every information that I needed, I got it here. ठीक है, now I am going to read the first question. What is the total number of matches that ended in draw? That is 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 2 12. So आंसर आ गया इसका ऑप्शन 4, सॉरी ऑप्शन 1, दैट इज 12। अच्छा, क्या हम इतना करे बिना भी हम इस क्वेश्चन को जल्दी सॉल्व कर सकते थे? हाँ, कर सकते थे। क्यों कर सकते थे? बिकॉज वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस पॉइंट कि जब हमने ये कंक्लूड करने की कोशिश की कि यहाँ पे क्या हिसाब रहेगा, वहां पे इसको हम जल्दी ऐसे कर सकते थे कि 2 प्लस 1 प्लस 3, 6 ड्रॉस तो हो रहे हैं। ठीक है, उसके बाद इन दोनों के विन ज्यादा नहीं हो सकते, तो नंबर ऑफ ड्रॉ शुड बी ग्रेटर देन 6 एंड ओनली वन ऑप्शन हैज नंबर ऑफ ड्रॉस ग्रेटर देन 6, मतलब 12 ड्रॉस। 12 ड्रॉस को हम सीधे सीधे 4 and 2 में ब्रेक कर सकते थे अगर हम क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 पहले पढ़ के चले हो तो। ठीक है, आगे आते हैं, अब तो हो ही गया। Next question, which team has highest number of draws? That is definitely going to be E. E had 4 draws. Every other team had less than 4 draws. The total number of points that F got, F definitely got 2 points. We already figured out. Now the next one, which team is not defeated by A? So I think that is E is not defeated as well as D is not defeated by A, क्योंकि D और A का मैच ड्रॉ हुआ था। B, C and F, A has won against B, C and F, and against D and E, A had a draw. Team E was defeated by whom? So Team E was defeated. E got defeated. D lost only one match, that is against B. So only B defeated E, और किसी और टीम ने डिफीट नहीं किया। ठीक है, so answer comes out to be this. That is going to be option C. ठीक है, now let's move on to this question. What does it say? What is the total number of positive integers which divide 1890 into 130 into 170 and are not divisible by 45? Okay. So what is the approach? ठीक है, so there can be multiple things that we can do. The easiest approach I can think of is find out the total number of factors as well as find out the number of factors that are multiple of 45. ठीक है, दोनों का डिफरेंस जो होगा वो आंसर आ जाएगा। So how we are going to calculate total number of factors? So first of all, what I am going to do, I am going to write it like this. So total number of factors निकालने के लिए into 17 into 10. So 10 10 10, that is going to be 10 cube. So 189 को मैं लिख सकता हूँ 9 into 21. 13 को मैं लिख सकता हूँ 13. 17 को मैं लिख सकता हूँ 17. Now 10 cube means 2 cube into 5 cube. So whenever I'm looking for number of factors or anything that is related to number of factors, I'm looking for highest power of prime numbers. That's it. ठीक है. This can be written as 2 cube into 7. So I'm sorry, 3 cube into 7. So 9 is 3 square. It's 21 is 3 into 7. So I got 2 cube into 3 cube into 5 cube into 7 into 13 into 17. ठीक है. So basically, this is the prime factorization of this whole thing. ठीक है. Now what I am going to do, I need to figure out what is the number of factors of this. That is going to be power plus 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4. Power plus 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4. Power plus 1, that is 4. यहाँ पे कितना आएगा 2 2 और 2. ठीक है. So this comes out to be 2 power 9 and that is going to be 512. So इसके टोटल फैक्टर कितने आए 512. ठीक है. Now what I'm looking for, ये तो टोटल नंबर ऑफ फैक्टर्स हैं. अगर मैं ऐसे नंबर निकाल लूं जो 45 के मल्टीपल हैं, then I can subtract it and get the answer. So whenever you are looking for कि एक नंबर है उसके कितने फैक्टर होंगे जो 45 के मल्टीपल होंगे या 30 के मल्टीपल होंगे या 50 के मल्टीपल होंगे, तो जब भी ऐसा करना होता है तो हमेशा एक काम करते हैं, नंबर को डिवाइड कर देते हैं. सो मैं इस नंबर को 45 से डिवाइड कर देता हूँ. सो 45 4 जा 180 then 2. So now I am going to calculate 42 into 130 into 170. So basically that is going to be 10 square. 42 is 2 into 3 into 7 into 13 into 17. So I am going to get 2 cube into 3 power 1 into 5 power 2 into 7 power 1 into 13 power 1 into 17 power 1. तो बेसिकली ये जो नंबर आया, इसके जितने भी फैक्टर होंगे वो सारे के सारे 45 के मल्टीपल होंगे. द नंबर ऑफ फैक्टर्स ऑफ दिस नंबर आर गोइंग टू बी ऑल द फैक्टर्स ऑफ दिस नंबर दैट आर मल्टीपल ऑफ 45. इसीलिए डिवाइड करके सीधे सीधे एक नंबर निकाला, उसके नंबर ऑफ फैक्टर्स ले लिए. सो आई लेट मी गिव यू एन एग्जांपल. फॉर एग्जांपल, if someone asks 120, how many factors of 120 are multiple of 20, right? So what I am going to do, I am simply going to divide 120 by 20. I am going to get 6, right? Now I am going to calculate the factors of 6. So now I am going to calculate the number of factors of 6, and that is going to be 1 2 3 and 6. So there are going to be 4 factors of 120 that are multiple of 20. Understood? So basically here what I'm going to do, I'm going to calculate, I'm going to divide this number by 45 and get the number, and I'm going to calculate number of factors of this number, and all the factors of this number are going to be multiple of 45. कितने आएंगे? 4 into 2 into 1 more than power, that is going to be 3 into 2 into 2 into 2. कितना आएगा? 4 4 16 64 192. ठीक है. So total number of factors are these. These factors are multiple of 45. So how many factors that are not multiple of 45? That is 512 minus 192, and that's going to be 320. So my answer of this question is going to be 320. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one. What does it say? Suppose that the real valued function fx of real number satisfies x plus xy is equal to fx plus f of xy. This compute what is the value of this. Okay. Now Prajito, you just practice a little bit. So if you have any doubt, you can just drop the message. I'll respond to the query. Now, basically, this question says that f of x plus y is equal to this. Now, whenever you see these kind of questions, so what is the approach? What is the standard approach we take? So the first thing I am going to do, f of x plus x into x plus y, into and that is equal to f of x plus f of xy. Okay. Now, what is the next thing I'm going to do? I'm simply going to put y is equal to 1. Okay. So I'm going to get f of x plus x, that is 2x. That is equal to f of x plus f of x, that is 2 times fx. Okay. Now I'm going to say, I'm going to put y is equal to 2. So I'm going to get f of x plus 2x, that is going to be f of 3x. That is going to be f of x plus f of 2x. So f of 2x is going to be 2 times fx. So that is going to be 3 times fx. Okay. Let's put y equal to 3. So I am going to say that f of 4x, and that is going to be f of x plus f of 3x. So that is going to be 4 times fx. So यहां से हम इसको एक्स्ट्रापोलेट करके जनरलाइज कर सकते हैं, दैट इज f of nx इज इक्वल टू n टाइम्स fx. ये हमको पता है. ठीक है. नाउ क्वेश्चन सेज दैट f 2020 इक्वल टू 1. ठीक है. सो f of, let's say n is 2020 and x is 1. So f of 2020, that is equal to 2020 times f of 1. ठीक है. इसकी वैल्यू हमको 1 गिवन है, and that is equal to 2020 times f of 1. So what is the value I am going to get of f of 1? F of 1 is equal to 1 upon 2020. ठीक है. Now question is saying what is the value of this? तो मैं क्या करता हूं, मैं n को 2021 डाल देता हूं. So f of 2021 is equal to n, that is 2021 into f of 1. What is f of 1? 1 upon 2020. And that gives us our answer, that is going to be option A. So इसको करने का तरीका ये है, आराम से हम कर सकते हैं. चलिए अगला क्वेश्चन लेते हैं. This one. ABCD is a quadrilateral whose diagonals AC and BD intersect at AOB. ठीक है. ठीक. AOB has a smaller area. ठीक है. So मैं क्या कर रहा हूं यहाँ पे, I am going to draw this A, B, C and D. I got AC, I got BD, and this is 4. ठीक है. Now this area is 4, this area is 9. ठीक है. Now in quadrilaterals, ठीक है, यहाँ पे ऐसा गिवन है. So basically whenever you want to minimize all these kind of things, always remember one thing. Always make a very symmetrical figure. Always make a very symmetrical figure. So symmetrical figure अगर बनेगा तो इसमें what is the first thing I'm going to do? I'm going to assume it can't be a square. Square is the most symmetrical figure. अगर इसका एरिया 4 है, इसका एरिया 9 है, so I can't assume it is a square, right? I can't assume it is a rectangle as well. I can't assume it is a parallelogram as well. But to make it very symmetric, I am going to assume it is an isosceles trapezium. ठीक है. And symmetry always minimizes the area or minimizes everything. So this is 4, this is 9. Now, if it is a trapezium, this triangle AOB is going to be similar to this triangle. Because you can say this angle is equal to this angle is equal to this angle, and ये दोनों angle opposite हैं, तो वो होंगे. Now, ratio of areas is 4:9, so ratio of side is going to be 2:3. ठीक है. सारी sides का ratio 2:3 होगा, right? Now, if I'm going to look at in this triangle, the ratio of side is definitely going to be 2:3 because AOB is similar to COD, right? So this side is 2, this side is 3. Now, in this triangle ADB, I am joining from vertex to base, and it divides the base in the ratio of 2:3. So ratio of areas is also going to be 2:3. So this is going to be 2. This is 4. So this is going to be 6. Similarly, this is also going to be in the ratio of 2:3. So if this area is 2, this is going to be 6. So this is 4, this is 6. So what is the total area of quadrilateral? That is going to be 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 9. And that comes out to be 25. And that is the least possible area. So always remember this point, whenever you need to minimize the area or something like this, always go for the most symmetric figure and go for most symmetric possibility. And CL is going to have its own scholarship test on 15th March, that is Sunday. And with this, let's conclude this session. Thank you.